You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
All right, people. What's poppin'? What's going on?
Hello, hi, how's it going?
You guys listening to The Bad Boy Show with Mr. Locario, Miles Cunningham. Miles, was poppin'?
Yo, I got a question real quick, right? If Meek Mills want to tell on everybody for having ghostwriters and being fake, right?
Uh-huh.
How come he ain't snitch on Nicki Minaj for having put a plastic ad?
That's true.
and the plastic nose, I'm just saying.
It's cause you can't ever telling a girl, you know what I'm saying? You can't really tell the truth to your woman. That's like rule number one. You feel me? Cause it's a wrap. It's over, man. It's over. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, everybody's hating on Meek Mill right now. That's like the thing. I don't know. I don't know if he's the truth or if these niggas just the lies. I don't know what's going on. Like, cause everybody's just mad at him for exposing shit. I don't get it. You feel me? So, I mean, I don't know what to say, you know, cause the game is mad at him now. They had all, I'm like, it's a lot of shit going on. But anyway, today's topic, people, we're going to be talking about why women are addicted to attention. Okay. Cause it's crazy out here. It's an epidemic. You feel me? But, before we get into that, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get into some news. All right, so you guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
All right, people, we're back. We are back on The Bad Boy Show.
Bad Boy Show.
Yeah, man. So, there's a couple things that have been going on in the news lately. You feel me? So in New York City yesterday, there was a explosion. I think was it Midtown 20-something Street in Manhattan? Yeah, it's like, ain't that the gay part of town?
Yeah, somebody was trying to blow up the fact.
Oh, so it's a hate crime now. That's what it is. We finally solved the problem. It was a homophobe who was tired of all this gay shit, and he was like, "Fuck this." And, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I mean, you just gotta let people be them. You feel me? It's just stop the hate. But anyway, I don't think nobody got killed. I think they said like 20-something people got injured. Some car windows got broken and stuff like that. So I guess they're still searching and seeing what happened and all that other good stuff. But what's funny? Aren't there cameras on the street? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I thought there was surveillance cameras everywhere. So can't they just go and look at the surveillance and be like, oh, it's that dude? You know what I'm saying? Like case closed. Like I don't understand what's going on here. Like. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But then if they do,
it's probably like another Tupac and Biggie situation.
Exactly. But they don't want to do that because if they do that, they're gonna realize if they show the footage, they're gonna realize that it was probably some set up shit that they don't want you to know about from some Illuminati shit. But you ain't hear that from me. You feel me? We just talking about dating here. We don't know nothing about that stuff. Okay, so I don't know. But anyway, so that happened. So nobody got hurt, and all that good stuff. But you got to watch your back because you never know if dudes is blowing shit up in Midtown Manhattan in the Chelsea area. That means nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe. When stuff like that happens, I get scared because it kind of reminds me of when Paris Hilton went to jail. You understand?
Right.
Because I was like, if Paris Hilton gets arrested, there's no hope for you. You're done. Like you have no, there's no chance of you having freedom if they're locking up Paris Hilton. You feel me? Like, that's crazy. Oh my God. Anyway, so in other news, Kansas State students covered their self in blackface, and the picture or whatever went viral. Is these two goofy looking chicks? They put blackface on, and then they had a caption that said something like, I love being a nigger, or it feels good to be a nigger, or something like that. So then I think they got kicked out of the school and all this other stuff. And it's just like, you know, it at this point, it's like, why even bother? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't. It's just to put news in there. Like, you know, I might hire some white boys to put some blackface on, and you know, and take a picture and put badboymembership.com on the picture. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that shit,
a good one.
you know what I mean? Like, so that shit will go viral. That's
I love being a bad boy nigger.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Just put that all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Just two white boys in a picture with blackface on, and have the title says Mr. Locario is a nigger, and then everyone's gonna be like, who the fuck is Mr. Locario? And then, you know, it will blow up. You feel me? We got to make that happen. So any white boys that's ready to make this happen, you know, holla at us and in the application so we can get on this racism hustle. You feel me? So. So, you know, because, you know, it's like whenever you're talking about anything else, it's like whatever. But as soon as, you know, the race shit happens, it's a wrap. But anyway, so in other news, this 13-year-old boy was shot. I think his name was Tyree King. He was shot. He had a BB gun. And the story, I think, was that he was... You know, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong because I didn't get too deep into this. Because, you know, like when you hear all this stuff, you get tired of even like, you know, hearing it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it is like we're becoming desensitized. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, another person got shot. Another black person got shot by the cops. It's almost becoming like a fucking thing. You feel me? But I guess this is why we got to talk about it so that it doesn't become a thing. So we don't get too comfortable, you know, with the shit. You feel what I'm saying? But this kid, you know, he's had a BB gun, and I think they said somebody else was with him, and they were sort of like robbing people or something like that, or trying to rob people. And then the cops came in, and he ran away, and I guess the cop shot him in the back or some crazy shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
that's what I can never understand. What happens? It's like when the cops see black people, they forget about their tasers.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's like, these niggas are too strong for these tasers. Let me let me put two bullets in their ass because I don't got time for that taser shit.
Right. You know, it was funny. I was listening to this podcast, and it was somebody was talking about this, saying that they did. I think they said they did studies on this or some shit. I don't know how true this is, but they were saying that black people have been so demonized in society that when you have these cops or whatever or whoever that see black people, it's like how you feel when you see like a roach in your house. You just want to step on it. You feel what I'm saying?
Wow,
so this is why you have that sort of response from these you know, cops and all these other people. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been conditioned to see black people as, you know, oh, you're not human. You're just this thing that needs to be eradicated, and that's that. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just like, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. But, you know, I look at it like, you still got to be a dumbass to really be that conditioned. You understand? Because I understand people get conditioned. We're brought up to think about certain things and look at things a certain way. But if you really that conditioned, you're a fucking dumbass. Seriously. Like, you're an idiot. Like, there's something seriously wrong with you. Like, I don't get it. I do not get it. I do not get that shit. That shit kills me.
Niggas is annoying though. I ain't even going to.
He said niggas is annoying. Oh man, that shit is.
Sometimes niggas be like roaches. You just want to stomp a nigga out. Sometimes.
Fucked up. Oh man.
Let me stop.
That's fucked up. Oh my goodness. Craziness. But what else happened in the news? That's all I had for so far, because I didn't see anything else popping off that was really going on. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't.
Well, it's not national news, but did you tell me that Tariq Nasheed was visited by the FBI?
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy, and he handled it well, man. I was like, yo, these fucking people, man. Like, so if you listen to Tariq Nasheed's last, I think it's the last podcast, and he was basically saying that, you know, these cats came up to the crib, you know, these two black dudes that said they were from the FBI, and, you know, they was asking them questions, and they were saying like, hey, you mentioned a phrase on one of your Ustreams, and we wanted to know what that meant. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, the fact that, you know, this is what annoys me. You have people out here spitting the truth, talking about what's happening, talking about the fucked up shit that goes on in life, and then you wanna come at them for, you know what I'm saying, for doing that, instead of actually you know, figuring out what you could do to not have the fucked up shit happen. But see, that's the thing. Right. They want the fucked up shit to happen. You see what I'm saying? Like, right. Like that's the part I think that, you know, that people don't understand. Like, the people, you know, it seems like the powers that be, quote unquote, it's like they want the fucked up shit. They need the fucked up shit to happen. It's like that's part of the plan. You feel what I'm saying? So if you have anyone speaking out against the plan, then it's, you know, they're like, okay, we gotta, you know, come in and see you. You feel what I mean? It's like some bullshit, man. I'm like, oh my God. Like, that shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. But yeah, you guys gotta, you know,
that's the plan, because you when shit is going fucked up, it's like basically you want to create sometimes you want to create confusion, so people have no choice but to depend on, you know, the powers that be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Like, you know, shit is crazy out here. I might as well just. It's kind of like how they kind of tricked the black woman into depending on, like, you know, welfare and government assistance.
Right.
It's like, you know, a lot of black men went off to Vietnam, and then they started arresting a lot of niggas with the crack epidemic and all this and all that. So it created a lot of confusion in the community, where it caused, you know, a lot of black women to just be like, fuck this, I'm going to just go on welfare because, you know, ain't no men to help me raise these kids, and right. I got to pay for this and pay for that. So it's like, you want problems, you know what I'm saying? So you can force the masses to have to depend on, you know, government.
Right.
You know? And then when you depend on government, then you have an election such as this, where you have to choose between, you know, evil ass Hillary Clinton and dumbass Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a crazy situation we're in these days.
It's true, and you know, they don't want people to be awoke. They don't want, I mean, you know, to be awake. They want people to be asleep. You feel what I'm saying? Like they right. Yo, society wants you to be dumb and stupid and not be aware of what's really going on. You feel what I'm saying? That's like the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want more smart people. They don't want more people that actually have critical thinking skills. They don't want that shit. You feel what I'm saying? They do not want that. So it's like, you know, when cats out here spitting real shit, they want to try to suppress that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to understand that, and that's in all facets of life. You understand? Like, whatever you're trying to do, or whatever you're trying to make happen, or whatever you're trying to accomplish, or whatever. If you notice, a lot of the fake bullshit motherfuckers, you know, they get like the push. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got the real cats who actually, you know, are doing some real shit. They always get overlooked or suppressed or silenced. You feel what I'm saying? It's terrible. Like, even if you look at music, look at someone like Drake. You understand? Like, a dude like Drake is where he's at, and then you got motherfuckers like who? Like fucking Elza from you know, what's the group again? See, I can't even remember the fucking name of the group. That's how Slum Village, exactly. You got dudes like him. Like, what the fuck? Nobody knows about this dude except for a couple people. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
what is that? That shit is some bullshit. You feel me? So that's the crazy part about the whole thing, is that whenever you're on some real shit, you know, it gets suppressed, and then whenever you you know, have the fake garbage, goofy ass Steve Harvey type of shit, you feel what I'm saying? That's when the shit going to be on top. And of course, there's exceptions here and there, but most of the time, that's how it usually goes. Because whenever you spitting real shit to wake people up, you understand that hurts so many other people's pockets, because the masses are asses. You got to understand that. You feel what I'm saying? And since the masses are asses, you can't have the mass of people not be dumb, because that's going to fuck up your bottom line. You feel what I'm saying? That's how that shit goes. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. So let's get into this subscriber email real quick. All right. So this one says, yo, just want to thank you because you helped me see the world from a masculine perspective, which is hard to find in this day and age. Now I'm 20, I'm new to the game, and just moved to a completely new state. How do I get that every girl wants me belief so that I can start moving in the direction to get over fear of rejection? All right. So basically, you know, I said this in a couple other podcasts where I was saying that, you know, and I talk about this in my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, which all you guys should get. Go to MrLocario.com to get that book. And I talk about how you have to actually believe that you're the type of guy that can get any woman he wants. You understand? You have to have that belief. You understand? And the thing is, people get confused because they think, oh, well, you know, you can't get any girl you want. And I'm like, it's not about you getting any girl you want. It's having the belief that you can get any girl you want. Because you might talk to a girl who's a lesbian, so you know, you might not get her because she don't like dick. You feel what I mean? It is what it is. Right. But it's like having the belief so that when you do talk to a girl and she's not, you know, really into you, or it doesn't really work out, you don't start second guessing yourself, and you don't start to think, oh, I'm a loser and all this other stuff, because you have that strong belief and you have that confidence in yourself to know that you can get women in general. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, when you have that belief, right, it's easier for you to get women, because now when you start talking to women, you start interacting with them, you know, with that knowledge that you know that you can get women. A lot of guys come up to women with this hope type of energy, like, oh, I hope she likes me, and I hope that these girls want me, or I hope I can get sex and all this other stuff, instead of, you know, coming up to the interaction and be like, yo, you know, and you're talking to the girl and you already feel like she wants you, and you feel like she wants to date you and have sex with you, because then your energy and the way you even talk to her is different. Right. You understand? Is way different.
You know, real quick, I think a lot of guys get confused that, well, like when you say have the belief that you can get any woman you want, right? I think a lot of guys kind of get confused because they think that getting any woman you want means like the girl that you're gonna approach right now is the woman you want. But you don't really know the woman you want. The point is that you have to approach her and see if she's a woman you want. And then if she is a woman you want, then you can get her. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But a chick that if you go to a chick and she's not cooperating, is that really a woman that you want?
Exactly.
Because we're not necessarily talking about her looking a certain way. You understand? It's more important for her to be a certain way. So when you say hello to the girl and you see how she is, meaning like, you know, you would be Ebonics, but you holler at a bitch so you can see how she be. You understand? Mm-hmm. That's what you're really trying to see. So then once you see how she be, who she is, that's when you figure if that's a woman that you want or not.
Right.
Because you already believe that you can get any woman you want, then you're gonna say what you need to say to get her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you first have to approach, and that's the whole thing.
Right. Exactly. And the thing is too is that, you know, once you become a guy who's confident like that, it becomes easier for you to approach girls. And then when you start approaching girls and talking to girls, and you get more practice talking to girls and doing all this other stuff, and then you'll start to have a lot more success than the average dude, and a lot more success than you've been having. So a lot of guys, I
Right.
feel like they forget the concept of progress, meaning that you can go from a guy who talks to a whole bunch of girls and hardly gets any girl, you understand? And then you end up being a guy who, for every like 10 girls you talk to, you end up getting 3 or 4 of them. You feel what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's what you got to understand, is that I think dudes have this fantasy or thinking that they want to be this super pickup artist, Don Juan type of dude, and learn all these magic tricks and formulas in order to talk to, walk up to any one particular girl and say some magic words, and then she's gonna fall in his lap and all this other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not. But
Right.
you even thinking about it in that way, where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna approach that girl. What happens is that you're taking the game away from you understanding what you need to do overall in interactions in general, and you're putting women on a pedestal. Because anytime you think about, oh, this one girl, or because every dude is, at some point, and even probably right now as they're listening to this, they're thinking about some girl maybe in their school or at their job or around their way that they've been thinking about coming up and talking to for the past 6 months, but they haven't had the courage to do it. You understand? So now they're hoping and dreaming about this chick, but they never went up to her and said anything. They never even done anything to holler at her. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times the reason why dudes wouldn't even get with that girl is not because, they're like, oh, well, she's out of my league, or she's too hot, or I'm not this, or I'm not that. It's basically because dudes haven't had any practice in dealing with women in general. So your confidence isn't, there. You don't have any skills talking to a girl. So when you go up to this girl, how do you expect the shit to actually happen? You feel what I'm saying? How do you expect it to really go when you haven't really had it? You have no reference in general about dealing with women. Because let's say, for example, you do go up to her and you actually muster up the courage to talk, and y'all having a conversation and you actually get her number, right? Now, how are you going to go from that to actually going out with her and having sex with her? And within all those is all these different levels of the shit that you're going to sort of probably mess up on if you don't know what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the thing that a lot of guys don't understand. There's so many different ways. There's so many different things that will sort of stop you or from getting from point A to point B. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the part of the game that you got to learn and understand and continue to practice. And this is why we talk about, this is why we came out with the Bad Boy membership, which is why although you should go to badboymembership.com right now to join the Bad Boy membership, because that's basically what the Bad Boy membership is about. It's the continuous learning of game. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what you got to understand. It's about learning the game and maintaining it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the part they don't understand, And that's the part that... Go ahead.
You can off.
Say that again?
You can. A lot of cats don't realize that you can fall off. You can get
exactly. That's the that's the thing to understand.
Just like you used to play basketball all the time, and you stop playing for a while. Like when you come back, your jump shot is rusty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to exercise your jump shot a little bit to get back in the game. So it's a continuous thing. It's a way of life. It's not just
right.
The Bad Boy membership. The Bad Boy membership is not just to say, oh, we wanna always keep giving you this and keep giving you that. No, it's a way of life. So you're gonna get a new thing, a new like topic to kind of meditate and marinate on, for the next 4 weeks. So while you're going out there to talk to these chicks, that's another thing. That's another thing that you can add to your game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because even if you look at I remember I was watching a RSD video, that's the Real Social Dynamics, where they be talking about picking up girls and all this other stuff. And one of the dudes on there, this dude Tyler, he was talking about how for I think 2 or 3 months he didn't really go out and do anything. He was just sort of like at home working on some stuff. And then when he finally went out, after it's been like a couple months and he hasn't really been doing shit, it was hard for him to go up and approach women. You feel what I'm saying? And this is shit he teaches. You feel what I'm saying? So imagine the average dude who's not really, teaching that or saying that, and this is what he does, for a living. So imagine him saying, yo, I actually had to get back in the game and actually practice to make myself get some results So, that happens for everybody. So the thing is that you can't sort of just tiptoe in the game and then, expect things to sort of flow. So this is what we're trying to say. Like, if you have that belief that you can get these chicks, and also, understanding that rejection is part of the game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because, in your email, you was like getting over the fear of rejection. You got to understand that rejection is something that's going to happen. You can't escape it. You understand? And until you accept it, you have to understand that that's part of it. And also, I think a lot of dudes don't realize is that rejection isn't anything, meaning it doesn't really matter because she's not necessarily even rejecting you because she doesn't know you. You feel what I'm saying? She's not rejecting. Right. It's just, you're literally, it's like it's all surface. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of guys take it too personally when they talk to a girl and the girl's like, oh no, this, or she doesn't give it a number, or the girl doesn't want to talk to him. He takes it extremely personal, and then he starts to think something's wrong with him. He starts to think he can't do shit. He starts to think shit is not, never going to happen and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yo, the rejection, all that is telling you like, hey, it's not going to work out with this one. Go to the next one. All rejection should be telling you is go to the next one. That's it.
Rejection is a good thing, actually. I don't know why cats be thinking that it's a bad thing. Rejection is a good thing because it's nothing worse than wasting your time with a bitch that ain't for you.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you can holler at a chick real quick and she say yay or nay, or she say no, or oh, I'm not interested, or I got a boyfriend, or whatever the fuck she gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So, I'm on to the next broad because there's so many of them out here. What's the point of wasting your time with one? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the funny part is that the worst situation to be in is to want to get with a chick and not try to holler at her, meaning you don't really know what could happen. So if you go up to a girl and she rejects you, then that's good because at least now you know that in reality it wasn't going to happen because she rejected you. Now if she gets with you, then it's good because now you know in reality she's going to get with you. But you sitting there and wondering and being scared to approach just because of that fear, then that's when you're really losing out and messing up because you're not really going forth to make, to see what could really go down with this situation. Because if she rejects you or if she gets with you, you understand, either way, now what's up with that girl you wanted to approach. You feel what I'm saying? And so now you don't got to worry about it no more. If she rejects you and then if she gets with you, then you just move on to the next step to make something happen. It's really simple. Like, I think you guys make it way too much, more complicated, I guess I should say, than it really needs to be. And a lot of it has to do with your fear of rejection, you not being confident within yourself, and, your overall, just your ego, how you view yourself, and being scared to, put yourself out there because you're scared of how you're going to look in front of your friends. If a girl rejects you, you're scared of that image you have of yourself in your mind. It's all this other craziness going down, and all you really need to do is do the thing. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. That is really it. You feel me? So listen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to get into the topic. We're going to be talking about why women are addicted to attention. You guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show. Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to PavionPhoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high-quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at PavionPhoto.com. That's PAVION Photo.com. PavionPhoto.com. Yeah, we are back.
What up?
We are back on The Bad Boy Show. All right, so today's topic, we're going to be talking about why women are addicted to attention. Okay, because it's getting crazy out here, man. It's an epidemic. It's getting way out of hand. The attention women are receiving, basically it's making women react or act in a crazy, weird way. You understand? It's scary out here, and basically what it stems from is insecurity. Do you understand? Most of it. Right. Most of it stems from insecurity, which is why a lot of women love attention. They need as much attention as they can get. Right now, what I found funny was earlier I was watching a video, and I put this on Facebook. I think you probably saw it, Miles, about this dude who he had a boat party, and he invited all women he met on Tinder to this boat party. So basically, what it seemed like, he matched with a couple of women. And he said, "Yo, I got this boat come through." Right. So one of the girls who was on the boat party, she made a Facebook Live video, and she was talking about how she was so upset about the situation and all this other stuff. Because what happened was, she was, she got invited to this boat party, and she was surprised, or she didn't even think it was a boat party. She thought it was going to be a date with her and the guy on his boat. Right. But little did she know that when she arrived, it was actually a party with a whole bunch of girls on the boat. You feel what I'm saying? So she puts the Facebook Live shit on, and she's like, "I can't believe this guy right here." And she puts him on the camera, and you see him in the background, and she's like, "Look at him. He's over there kissing on some other girl," and yada, yada, yada. And now this is the funny part. This is the funny part. She says, "Me and him were chatting for 6 months on Tinder. 6 months." What? Okay, so him and her been chatting for 6 months, and then she proceeds to say, "Then the reason why I decided to meet up with him was because he mentioned that he had a boat." Okay, that's why she went to go see this dude, right? So,
what's the problem?
Exactly, right? So then she gets mad that she's on this boat. He's kissing up on some other chicks, and he's not giving her attention. You understand what I'm saying? And this is the part that didn't even dawn to me till later, right? When you go on a boat, right? Isn't a boat parked on a dock? Like, isn't that how it works? And then you leave the dock, and then now you're in the water, right?
Right.
So my question is this: when you approach the boat, because she was complaining the whole time while she was on a boat, talking about she don't want to be on this boat, I want to go home, right? When you approach the boats and you saw all these other women on the boat, why would you get on the boat and be on the boat in the party and drive around in the boat, then complain that you're on the boat and that you want to get off now because all these girls are on here and this guy is not giving you any attention or the attention you thought you was going to get, right? Wouldn't it have made sense for her to say, "Oh, I thought this was just going to be a date with me and you," and then he would have been like, nah, I just invited everybody, it's going to be a boat party. Then she could have been like, "Cool, I'm going to go on," or "I'm good and I'll talk to you later." You feel what I'm saying? But you decided to get on the boat, then complained about not getting the attention that you felt you deserved, and then get mad at him for kissing up on some other chick, but you put yourself in that situation. You feel what I'm saying? But see, again, this was all about her wanting all that attention. And then when the tables turned and it flipped, then it's a different story because let me tell you something. If you're on an online dating site and you're chatting with a guy for 6 months, you are an attention whore. You understand what I'm saying? Because listen, I am sure this dude tried to get her to come out before, in the past 6 months. He probably hit her up. "Hey, what's going on? What you doing this weekend? Let's get together. Let's go for a drink." And she was probably like, "I don't know, maybe, blah, blah, blah. Let me get to know you more, this and that." And then she said herself, "I decided to come see him as soon as he said he had a boat." You see what I'm saying? So if that's not some attention whoring, I don't know what is. I don't know what is.
You know what it is too? She probably thought that if she stayed on the boat, that she being that they chatted for 6 months, she's entitled to his attention.
Right, exactly.
So she probably thought, you know what? once this guy recognizes that I'm that girl he's been chatting to for 6 months, then for sure he's gonna shower me with all his attention.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta
entitled whore.
Right, and I gotta give a hand clap to that dude. He needs a round of applause because let me tell you something. He gave her everything she deserved. Everything. I'm gonna tell you why. Because he noticed that she was an attention whore, and there was other girls on there who are on the boat who were also basically attention whores. So what he said was, hey, how about I get all these women on this boat who are attention whores, and now instead of giving them all this attention, they have to vie for my attention if they want to chill with me. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta give that man a round of applause. Like, that shit is beautiful.
Yep.
That shit is just poetry. It's like, it's just...
He flipped it lovely, because now instead of it being a whole, like each single girl on a dating site,
right?
All these guys saying at her, messaging her, this and that and this,
right?
But where y'all out in the ocean and a bitch can't escape,
right?
Either you gonna have to get with me, or you gonna have to sit here looking miserable.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. So like her attention whoring backfired, and that's what really went down. You know what I mean? And so the thing is, what happens is that in society, when because women get attention regardless. Guys are going to give them attention because men are the pursuers. Men are the ones coming up to them. Men are the ones hollering at them. Men are the ones usually calling them, planning dates, doing all that other stuff, right? So women are going to get this attention now with the invention of social media, and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram being extremely popular. Now women have had a vehicle to, and even online dating, to an extent, you know what I'm saying? They have a vehicle to get their fix even more, to get the drug. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And so what happens though is that, and this is how it affects the dating game and affects you guys, is that since women are getting so much attention, and you got a bunch of simps and dudes out there just praising chicks and, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're sexy, let me like your picture, let me, do this and do that and all this other craziness. Women have become to get a sense of entitlement. Do you see what I'm saying? So now you have women who are, average looking, or who don't really bring anything to the table. They don't got anything going on. It's just, you have chicks who either look good and have nothing going on, or you got average chicks who just average, don't have nothing going on. So what happens is that since they're getting all this attention, what they think is that they're entitled to basically anything and everything. So when you approach them and you're trying to date and you're trying to say what's up and, all this other stuff, right? They're looking at you like, well, what can you do for me? And, and how can you outdo all these other hundreds of other guys who are giving me this attention on these dating sites, who's giving me attention on Instagram, all these guys who are buying me drinks. You feel what I'm saying? So it's elevated the woman to feel like she has to do nothing and she can get everything. You feel what I'm saying? So, they crave that, attention and they keep that going. You feel what I mean? And so social media has made it even worse, so that you got so many women out here where you try to talk to them, and then you're going to have a hard time trying to make something happen because they're getting all the attention. And see, let me break something down, because I think a lot of guys, they think that since women get attention, that it's going to be hard for them to get with a chick. Because I get this type of question all the time where guys are like, so how do I get a girl if she's getting all this attention and all these guys are doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, right? But see, the thing is, even though women are getting all this attention, a lot of women still aren't enjoying themselves at the end of the day, because the attention that they're getting from certain guys isn't the type of attention that they want. This is why women complain about street harassment. This is why women complain about guys approaching them in the street. It's not that they don't want guys to approach them. They want a specific guy to approach them. Do you see what I'm saying? So they love the attention, because trust me, if no guy was approaching them or talking to them or trying to make something happen, they would be pissed the fuck off. Do you understand what I'm saying? No matter who it was, they would hate if no men were approaching them. You understand? They would be like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? But the thing is that dudes who they don't like are approaching them, and they talk about their street harassment, all this other stuff, because again, they've been so conditioned or used to all these dudes approaching. They're wondering, when is the guy that I really like going to come up to me? You understand?
Right.
And then what happens is that their standards have gotten so high because of all the because of the attention, that even when a guy who's, a decent guy, a guy who would probably be good for them, they'll ignore him because they're still waiting for the ideal. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see what I mean? They're waiting for the.
They'll shit on a guy that's 5'11" because they're looking for a guy that's 6 feet.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's the part that makes everything really fuck up for all these situations. Now, the thing is that, and I was talking about this in another video, because this dude, he was basically hitting up this girl, and he was like, yo, how do I get this girl, how do I get to smash, and how do I get this going? And what you got to understand is that when you're trying to get with women, and this and you got to listen closely to this, because this is going to solve a lot of your problems when it comes to getting with girls and trying to make stuff happen with women, right? You're going to have to give women some sort of attention to get with them. So what that means is there's going to be some sort of energy directed towards a woman for you to get with her. So, you approaching a girl, that's giving her attention. You texting a girl to go, to try to set up a date, that's giving her attention. You hitting her up on an online dating site, to see what's up, that's giving her attention, right? But what you have to do is you have to give a woman as little attention as possible, and at the same time make sure that you're getting things happening, or making sure you're getting things going with this woman. You understand? So basically what that means is a lot of dudes, what they do, and I was answering an email earlier about this, is that they'll have this chat session back and forth with a girl, like, 10 million times, like, oh, hey, what you doing? How's your day? And she's like, oh, I'm fine. What you up to? Blah, 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 blah. This and this and that, this and this and that. So you're texting, like this guy in the video where the girl said, I've been chatting with him for 6 months. There's no reason you should be chatting with a dude for 6 months. I mean, with a chick for 6 months that you met, you're trying to get offline. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So what it is that you need to be able to, if it's a girl that you met online, you have to try to get her offline and meet you in person as quick as possible. If you meet a woman at a party or in the street and you get her number, you have to text her and get her to meet up with you again as soon as possible. And so what you do by doing that is that you give them the least amount of attention in order for you to do that. So how that works is, instead of you hitting her up talking about, hey, how's your day? What's up? What you been up to? What are you doing this weekend? Tell me about what happened last weekend when you were at that spot you were saying. And, you're getting into all these damn conversations and you're giving her attention. You understand? All you need to do, you meet a chick, you text her, you say, hey, what are you doing this weekend? She's going to be like, oh, well, nothing really. I don't really have any plans. Cool. Let's get together Saturday at 7 p.m. And then she'd be like, all right, cool. You'd be like, cool, I'll see you on Saturday. End of discussion. You're done. That's all the attention you give her. That's it. That is it. You understand? Because this dude that sent me the email, what he was talking about was, he said that he was sort of flirting with her on Snapchat, and he was like, saying some shit and, joking around with her and making fun of her and doing all this other goofy shit. And he was saying, why is it so hard for me to get with her and to make something happen? And I said, and I answered, and I said, the reason why it's hard is because what you're doing is, instead of trying to hook something up, you're giving her a lot of attention. And what you got to understand is, a woman, in most cases, will always take that attention because the attention is more important than her fucking you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I got to say that again.
Right.
The attention a woman gets in general is more important than you fucking her. You understand? And I'm gonna explain why. Because if let's say you meet a girl, let's say today is Monday or something, right? Let's say you meet a girl Monday, you get her number, you call her on Tuesday or you text her on Tuesday and you meet up on Thursday or something, right? Now, if you hit it on Thursday, there's a chance you may never talk to her again. You understand what I'm saying? There's a chance you might be like, I'm good, I'm gone, I'm done, thanks, have a nice life, right? Now, let's say you meet that chick on Monday, you text her on Tuesday, but you ain't set up no date. You text her again on Thursday, but you ain't set up no date. Y'all just chatting. Then you chat with her next week. She's chatting like crazy. She's like, oh, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. It's been a week. You still haven't set up no date, or you try to set up a date and she's giving you the runaround, but then you're still chatting with her. Now, 2 weeks have gone by and you're still chatting with her. You understand? And every time you send a text, every time you press send on your text, that's an ego boost for her. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all you're doing is you're feeding her attention and attention and attention and attention, but you're not getting anything. You see what I'm saying? And she and the thing is, the reason why the attention is more important to her than getting the dick, because don't get me wrong, chicks want the dick too. But what I'm saying is the attention is more important. You know why? Because dick, she can get dick anytime she wants. Do you understand what I'm saying? You understand? But getting consistent attention, especially from one dude, because see, you gotta understand this. Listen. A chick, she's going to get a whole bunch of random attention. You feel what I'm saying? But her getting consistent attention from one dude or from a couple of dudes who are consistent with that attention, that's an even bigger ego boost, because she's able to keep that attention longer from this one guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it makes her feel good that she can keep this one guy interested in her, because chicks know they got a whole bunch of dudes trying to give them the dick all day, giving them that, trying to get, giving them attention, liking their pics on Instagram, all that. They get random dudes every day doing that. But if they're getting a dude who is consistently, hollering and trying to make something happen and all of that, that's the ego boost. It's the same thing as if you have independent rap artists, and they're going to have probably a person listen to their music here and there, a couple of random fans, but then they have that one fan that they, at every concert, they buy every fucking album they put out, they listen to every mixtape they do, they're the first one commenting on their damn joints. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That artist appreciates the fuck out of that fan, because that fan is giving them consistent attention. Do you see what I'm saying? So It's the same concept. These chicks, when you do that, you become like that fan. Do you understand? And the longer the more attention you give them, the harder it's going to be to hit it. You understand? The harder it's going to be to make that happen, because you hitting it and you having sex with her is a threat to the attention she could be getting. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys this. I'm letting you know. It's crazy. You understand? And the thing is, you got to understand that when you're the type of dude who just sort of has it cut and dry, where you meet a chick, you try to set up a date and all this other stuff, what's going to happen is she'll more likely go on the date with you and try to see you and try to make something happen, because since you're not giving her the attention yet, she wants to vie for your attention. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's all attention. She's trying to get you to give her more attention, which is why she'll actually do that, because during the week, you're not really calling her, you're not texting her, you're not saying anything. The last time you spoke to her was on Tuesday to set up the date for Thursday night or Friday night. So the only time she's going to see you is on Friday night. And when she sees you on Friday night, she's hoping that, she's going to be able to get you in her attention stable. You feel what I'm saying? That's all that is. Right. So, you guys got to, really understand what's popping in these streets, man. It's crazy.
It's kind of like the opposite. It's like the opposite, because when a guy says he wants a team abroad that he could call anytime to have sex, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the same. A chick will have a team of guys that she can always depend on for attention. Like, so she got like a group of guys on Facebook that always like her pictures and give her simping compliments and shit. And then she got the emotional tampon guy.
Right.
And she got the guy who does shit for her, who drives her places and fucking picks up her groceries and all this damn shit. So it's like, it's all attention. Like, because just like you said, a girl, whenever a bitch get horny, she can get dick. Like, that's
pretty much.
That's nothing. That's nothing. But it's like that attention that we're having guys like, you know, because women, again, they feel entitled to it. Because it's like, well, I have a vagina, so you have to show me attention. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And on top of that, that insecurity needs to be fed. They need that constant attention to balance out that insecurity. They need to feel special. Do you understand what I'm saying? They need to feel worthy. So that attention you're giving them, it's like when you will play video games like Sonic the Hedgehog or one of them joints where he gets the rings and he needs the rings to stay alive, you know what I'm saying? Or you play a video game where they get the little mushrooms or whatever to power up. That's how women are. It's like
Mario Brothers, yeah.
Right. So the attention is the power up for the chicks. You understand? That's their lifeline. You feel what I'm saying? So they need it. I'm telling you, it's like a fucking vampire that needs blood. You understand? That's how it is. You feel what I mean? Like, that's almost a good metaphor for that, actually.
That needs crack.
Right. He said a crackhead that needs crack.
Crackhead that needs crack. Oh yeah, remember I was telling you the other day, I was making that metaphor. Okay, so you, like, for anybody who don't know what crack is, right? Crack is a cheaper form of regular cocaine. Now, cocaine is a pure drug. They take, there's a plant out there called the poppy plant. It grows in South America. They take the plant, like some sap comes off of the plant. So they dry out they take the sap from the plant and they dry it out and turn it to powder, right?
Right.
That is pure cocaine. That's what you see, like, if you ever seen the movie Scarface and he got the big pile of powder on his desk and he's sniffing it. That's pure cocaine. Now, pure cocaine is not it can be addictive to people who find it addictive, but it's sort of like a choice. Like, you can become addicted to it if you want to, because it's a pleasurable drug and whatever. But because it's pure, more often than not, it's not actually addictive. You understand? Like, it's something that you can use it when you want to, and still kind of like alcohol. Like, you can drink alcohol sometimes, and sometimes you don't. Right. Right. But the thing with crack is cocaine mixed with baking soda. You understand? Right. So, okay, and another thing about cocaine is that when you sniff cocaine can keep you high all day. Right. You understand? But you don't need to sniff cocaine again for probably till the next day or 2 days from now. You understand? Now, I don't know this for sure personally. I'm just speaking from, like, general knowledge of the drug. Right. Like, doing research and shit. But then crack is a cheaper version of cocaine. What they do is they mix the crack with cocaine. So when you take crack, the high that you feel wears off in about 15 minutes to a half hour. You understand? So then what happens is it becomes very addictive, because since the high was so good and it wore off so fast, you want it again and again and again. Right? Now, my proposition is this. My comparison is this. Cocaine is the attention that men used to give women back in the day. Right. Like, back in the day where when relationships was a little bit more respected, and, a man had to, like, meet a woman's family to take her out on a date and explain his intentions to her father and all of those great things. That was cocaine. The attention you gave to a female was cocaine, because you could buy a girl a dozen roses on the first date, and that shit actually meant something. You understand? Right. She looked at you like you were a respectful, good dude that's even husband material. So the high that she felt from that attention lasted for months, because she was like, oh my gosh, I remember on our first date, you gave me flowers, you showed me that you cared about me and blah, blah, blah. Like, all of those things meant something. Everything meant more because it was a pure form of attention, right?
Right.
The thing I'm noticing about these days is that because of the technology and the social media and the online dating, when the attention that we give to females nowadays is what I call digital attention, and it's direct comparison to crack, which is a cheapened version of the real attention that a man used to give a woman back in the day. So now, when a chick receives so much crack, i.e. digital attention, it's like she feels validated for 15 minutes, but at the end of the 15 minutes, she wants more.
Right.
It's like the crack.
Right.
More validation. So she has to take another selfie. She has to, like, go check her Snapchat or go see, who's inboxed her in a DM on Instagram. Or she has to go check her messages on the dating app to see how many guys message her so she can get that the digital attention high again and again.
Right.
So at the end of the day, attention from men almost don't mean nothing. So that's you can't buy no bitch flowers because you're gonna be looking at you like, who this nigga think he is? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I just would have liked a like on my page or some shit like that. You notice how nowadays chicks be saying shit like, "Oh, he's too nice," and "Why are you trying so hard?" You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
when it could be just a nigga just trying to be a good dude, like, oh well, back in the day they used to give bitches flowers, so let me give this bitch some flowers and maybe she'll like that. And then you bring the flowers and she looking at you like, oh, he too nice and he trying too hard.
Right.
So it's like to the point where they don't even respect it. You understand? And it's the same thing with a crackhead. You can't give a crackhead pure cocaine.
Right.
You can't do that. Because a crackhead wants crack, my nigga. Once he's addicted to the crack, that's it. Like,
right.
He really don't know other drugs.
Right.
So that's why when you chicks get addicted to the cheapened digital attention, which is the likes and the fucking messages on the dating apps and all this shit, it changes their whole perspective, and they literally become crackheads for attention. So you can't even be real with these bitches anymore, son.
Right. And
the whole thing you're saying, real quick, the whole thing you're saying about you can't really spend time chatting with them.
Right.
Like, you just gotta try to get them on the date right away because they're addicted to the crack, and you have to try to meet them in person to kind of get them off the fucking crack. And be real with them.
Right. It's true. And that's what I was going to say too, because it's like, like I was telling, like we were saying earlier, is that you gotta, when you approach these girls and talk to them, it has to be black and white, just simple. You understand what I'm saying? Because you want to be able to determine if this chick is on some attention horse shit, or you're going to determine if she's going to be a time waster. And you do that by keeping it short, keeping it sweet, keeping it like, yo, or, let's do this, let's do that. We doing it, fine. We not, keep it moving. And that's that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you got to sort of fall back and also differentiate yourself from these other dudes out here who's going to be sweating her and all this other stuff. Because what's going to happen, this is what usually happens, is that they'll go back to their comfort zone of that attention that they're getting from all these other guys. But see, what happens is that at the end of the day, the attention is not enough. You understand? Or that type of attention is not enough. So they're going to want an actual interaction. They're going to want an actual guy that they like. They're going to want an actual interaction that, they feel is meaningful. So what's going to happen is that if you are the type of guy who she's feeling, and she's noticing, oh shit, well, these 15, 20 other guys are hitting me up, but I don't really like them like that. But this other guy I like, he hit me up and said, what's up for this weekend? Let me holler back at him because I actually want to go out with somebody. I actually want to, see a man. You understand what I'm saying? So, right. But the thing is that if you start to hit her up and giving her all the attention like these other guys, then, she'll take your attention, but then now you blend in with the other dudes. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta know how to, really flow with that, because the thing is, guys have this thing where they think they need to do more in order to get the woman to like them. That's that whole, I got to build attraction with every girl I meet type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I talked about that whole build attraction stuff before. And I talked about the only type of girls you really need to do that with. But you guys can go to Bad Boy Membership to, listen to that. But what I'm saying is that whole like, I got to do this. I got to keep calling. I got to hit her up so she doesn't forget who I am. I got to, keep her interested by sending her text messages during the week. And no. You state what you're trying to do. You set something up. And then if she wants to make that happen, then you'll see her. You understand? And if not, then you keep it moving. You just don't waste your time giving these women the crack. Do you understand? Don't be a drug dealer. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't do it.
Drug dealer, son.
Don't fucking do it.
Don't be a drug dealer. Be a real nigga.
Exactly.
You want to meet her as soon as possible in person because that's real.
Mm-hmm.
You want to look at her face to face because real.
Exactly.
You want to have a conversation with her face to face because that's real.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be giving this bitch extra attention, sending her texts, sending her messages, chatting with her for 6 months on a dating app. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here, man. You crazy?
Exactly.
What he did with the boat, like, yo, only y'all come to my boat because that's real.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yo, more dudes need to do that shit. Like, you need to get a whole bunch of chicks and invite them all out, like, at once and be like, listen, we all chilling. We all getting to know each other. I'm a busy man, so, let's get to know each other. And I'll hit some of you back later if I'm feeling y'all. You understand? Like, that's that. Like, that's how that shit should go. You feel me? So, make that happen. But anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Yo, Bad Boy Membership all day, every day, son.
Exactly. Make sure you guys hit that up. Also, go to badboymembership.com. Also, remember, go to undeniablegame.com also, so you can get the free audio program on undeniablegame.com. Make sure you check out ilookseksynaked.com. Make sure you check out pavillonphoto.com. We got so many .coms, you feel me, that you guys got to check out. You feel me? So that's it, man. We are out of here, and we will see you guys next week. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We're gone.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.